In this video, you will learn about one of the most recent Amazon tools for brand owners, which is called the Customer Loyalty Analytics Dashboard. Using this tool, you can have really good insights and key metrics about your products, audience, and much more. If you're looking for ways to drive more external traffic to your Amazon product listing, check the Amped tool and see what it can do for you. And the link you will find below in the description.
Hello, Tyler. Thank you for being here today to introduce Amazon Customer Loyalty Analytics Metrics Dashboard, which is something I think most sellers have not heard yet. So I'm really excited to hear the first details from you today. But as always, before we start, could you first give us a little bit of information about your background and also introduce what is Amped and how do you help Amazon sellers?
Sure thing. Yeah, I'm coming today from Amped, which is a Google Ads to Amazon platform. I run the strategic initiatives team, so I work a lot with a lot of our brands, some of our larger brands as well, kind of understanding how they're incorporating Google Ads into their full funnel marketing strategy and how they evaluate success. And that's why I'm super excited to share details about the Customer Loyalty Analytics Dashboard, which is a mouthful from a naming convention, but it's an Amazon feature that they just started rolling out. And some of our larger brands have given me some insight into how they think about this data, how they're incorporating it into their growth strategies and profitability strategies as well. So excited to kind of share some insights into some of what the Amazon's largest brands are thinking about with this new functionality. And then my background's also in D2C e-commerce. So a lot of this data too is what typically you would have when selling online, but historically Amazon's kind of locked it up and kept it to themselves. And they're slowly starting to give you guys more and more customer data, which is really exciting to see.
And what do you think? I know you also talk with a lot of sellers and you go to a lot of events. Like, what's the main reason behind Amazon now slowly, or not so slowly actually anymore, enrolling out like new features, new dashboards? There's actually a lot of data to keep up with as an Amazon sellers, because I remember for years we would have the same tools, the same features, and you just kind of use what you have. But now, like every month, probably something is popping up. So what do you think? Yeah, why they're doing it, and also what do you think maybe how they are feeling about it, like how sellers have perceived what they have been like giving out now?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Amazon wants brands selling on their site. You can see that over the course of the last couple of years, they've rolled out brand features, abilities, and for these sellers to move less product, but create more loyalty and more branding, right? You can see it too with kind of some of that reselling and wholesaling stuff that, it's still happening and obviously still doing a ton of volume on Amazon, but you do not see Amazon giving wholesalers and resellers a lot of features to really control their business. I think that just comes from a little bit of Amazon wanting sellers to own a brand, encourage you to, do brand awareness stuff. And, you see DSP coming out and Amazon storefronts where you can all of a sudden piggyback off of Amazon's conversion rates and sell in the marketplace, but own your own aisle in the store where there's no competition, there's no other brands. So there's just so much functionality that they've rolled out here. And I think at the end of the day, they want to see sellers on their marketplace become brands. And it's exciting to see because you can start to treat Amazon more as a D2C type strategy, but still piggybacking off of obviously everything that Amazon's done well from a consumer trust standpoint and whatnot.
Okay, so yeah, excited to hear the new details. If I'm now saying it correctly, Customer Loyalty Analytics Dashboard. So yeah, let us know what are the new details about it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen here. And where this is this is started to be revealed within Seller Central and under Brand Analytics and then Customer Loyalty Analytics. So as a consumer here, or sorry, as a brand on Amazon, if you go into your Seller Central and then go to Brand Analytics dropdown, it's going to drop you into the search analytics. The data that I have found most beneficial so far across the board is toggling over into this Customer Loyalty Analytics dashboard. Now, there's a lot of data here, and there's a lot of ways to slice it and dice it. What I'm going to talk about today is what some of our largest brands have been using it to immediately better understand their customers and immediately understand their customer acquisition strategies. So this is super, super relevant. At least the way I'm thinking about it today is for brands that are selling products with subscribe and save options. Brands that are selling products where you think, hey, if I can get a customer in, I know that customer is going to purchase again. You might not know exactly how much that customer is coming back, how often they're coming back and buying from you, but you kind of generally know you think they are. This data right here is going to help you better understand much more specifically how often they're coming back. So the way to look at it, and there's a lot of data to look at, the ones that I'm really encouraging brands to think about is looking at new customers and repeat customers, looking at specifically the orders. So you can see my new customers ordered 35,000 units. My repeat customers ordered 15. That's pretty healthy there. So in total, I've got, let's see, 50,000 orders divided by 30 customers up here. We're pretty close to a 2x repeat purchase rate, just north of it. Maybe it's like 1.85 if I was actually doing the math there. But now all of a sudden I can understand, if I'm thinking about ACoS, all of a sudden now I can start to think about what's the lifetime value, what's the cost per acquisition for a new customer. I know from this data set right here that if I can get a customer to purchase from me, they're going to purchase again within the year. Now, it's important to look at it from a few different date ranges. We always usually look at yearly, so we need to toggle this down to yearly so you can see a full data. Again, I think about lifetime value, but this is year time value. Ideally, Amazon would give us a bigger range, but a year's a good enough data to kind of understand these trends here. And then right now, obviously, it's 2022. If you want to look yearly, we're getting very close to getting to January 2024, in which case you'll be able to look at 2023. That could be an interesting thing, right? Like compare your 2022 to 2023 and see if your repeat purchase rate increased. If your repeat purchase rate increased over the course of those 2 years, that's a really good sign for the health of the business. That's a really good sign that anything that you've been doing from a branding perspective has been productive this year, right? As we talk about Amazon encouraging sellers to think like brands and giving you guys the functionality to act like brands, all of a sudden with storefronts, if you guys are running brand tailored promotions and nurturing your customers to come back and buy your products, hopefully year over year, you're going to see that your repeat purchase rate is increasing. It's easier to get current customers to buy more than it is to find new customers, right? So you want to do everything you can to try to increase this repeat purchase rate. This is something too that our largest brands, they don't even think about ACoS if they're selling a product that is subscribe and save or repeat purchase rate, because they know with this data set, they can understand exactly how profitable a customer is from a cost per acquisition standpoint. For example, if you have a 2x repeat purchase rate, you don't need to have that ACoS at 20% because you could have it at 40 or 50%. Yes, you're losing money on that first purchase, but this data is going to help you understand, are you making money on that second purchase? Are you making money on that third purchase? So repeat purchase rate, average annual purchases per customer, and lifetime value, cost per acquisition, super, super important metrics to be thinking about if you're selling products that have multiple purchases or likely have multiple purchases. So if you're in supplements, if you're in household goods, if you're in cleaning supplies, if anything like that, this metric, this customer loyalty analytics dashboard is critical for your success in 2024 to really understand how aggressive can you be in acquiring customers. Now, additionally, there's a few things to be thinking about with this. This is a new dashboard. So as with anytime Amazon rolls things out, it's not complete. It's kind of a little bit off from like a way that a D2C company would really think about this data. You can see here, they don't actually give you the repeat purchase rate for your customer base. You have to calculate it by taking the orders from new customers, adding it to the orders from old customers, and then dividing it by all of your customers, right? So it's kind of interesting to where I'm sure Amazon's going to be expanding on this and refining it for sure. But think about what are the key metrics for you, and then you should be able to get the answers to that through this dashboard by doing some simple calculations. Another thing to think about too is this is at a brand level. You can see here, if you have multiple brands, you can select the brand here. Some products are in your catalog are going to be all about acquiring customers. Other products are going to be about nurturing customers, right? So while we're looking at this repeat purchase rate, it's at a brand level. I imagine as Amazon rolls this out further, we're going to start to see ASIN level repeat purchase rates. So you'll be able to get more granular, but this is a really good first step in the direction of giving you guys the data you need to make the right growth decisions. So keep that one in mind. The only other thing too is Amazon's been rolling this out in kind of an interesting way. They started to roll it out right before their big seller conference called Amazon Accelerate, which was in September 2023. And so mid-September, I started seeing this dashboard become available. Over the course of these last couple months, I've seen it more consistently available to sellers, though I am occasionally seeing sellers and brands come into this view and they get a notification from Amazon that says, coming soon, stay tuned. So if you come in here and you're not seeing this data, Amazon's rolling it out and you should probably see it in the next few weeks. I don't know exactly how they're rolling it out, of course, but I've been seeing it more and more consistently populated. And if you have access to this, immediately start thinking about what this means for your customer acquisition strategies. If you don't have access for it, I would definitely keep an eye on it once a week, because the second this report comes available, it's going to give you some really important information.
Okay, very interesting and very interesting looking dashboard as well. As I said before, Amazon is eager to give us more data points, although it's a bit tricky, as you also mentioned. Not all of the most important metrics are maybe available straight away, but through some calculations, they still are. So I wanted to ask, like, I remember recording videos with Am maybe a year or already like a year and a half ago, and then we talked about running external traffic to maybe rank better. And the main goal was rather just targeting keywords and just, getting sales. Now, obviously, with Amazon rolling out different features like brand tailored promotions, or even this dashboard, maybe the approach is a bit different to how Amazon sellers could actually take advantage of running Google Ads, for example. So what would you say, what are kind of the main strategies sellers are using right now to use Google Ads to perform better on Amazon, that maybe is different now than maybe a year ago?
Sure. I think our brands that are having the most success with Google to Amazon are thinking full funnel, right? They're not comparing it to Amazon ads because it's a different channel. It's a different way to engage with your customers. Amazon ads, bottom of the funnel. Google ads is middle to the top. With Amazon ads, you should be having a very high ACoS, because anyone that's coming into your funnel, oftentimes they're probably hitting your ad at the final stage of their journey and then deciding to convert, right? So that ACoS should be really good. It also has some brand keywords in there too for brand protection. It's also probably getting some organic traffic as well, right? Because Amazon puts them right next to the organic search results, right? Our brands that are having the most success with Google are thinking about it completely different. They're thinking it's middle of the funnel. They're getting consumers into their sales funnel and then looking at key metrics like add to carts and add to cart rates to see, all right, what's the quality of traffic coming in? And then is it helping fill the funnel and then pulling people down, whether it's DSP, retargeting with brand tailored promotions, or what be it. Additionally, most brands think about Google Ads as customer acquisition, right? If you can go acquire a customer while they're in their research phase on Google, and that customer is going to repeat down the road at a decent rate, a decent clip, all of a sudden you can afford to go higher up the funnel. You can have a less quote unquote efficient channel because it's a customer acquisition channel. Whereas Amazon ads or on marketplace ads or bottom of the funnel, it's a little bit more about like protecting people that were going to buy your products. And Google, it's all about that customer acquisition. So understanding what's your lifetime value, understanding, are these customers going to come in and help grow my business? A new customer is very, very valuable, right? How valuable? A dashboard like that will help you understand.
Okay, sounds good. And of course, Amazon sellers might be excited to start running Google Ads. It's not that simple because I think most sellers don't have any previous experience with advertising on Google, although there might be sellers who have. So maybe now it's a good time to talk a little bit how you as Amped help Amazon sellers and what kind of different options you have for that. Because I think now we're reaching to the point maybe where already a majority of sellers are aware of the importance of running external traffic. They know about Google Ads, but I think there's still a lot of sellers who are still not using this opportunity. So how do you usually work together with different sellers?
Sure. Yeah. So there's a couple ways that brands can use our platform. They can use it from a self-serve perspective to where they come in, they create their platform, they create the campaigns and manage the campaigns themselves. And Amped provides the tools to effectively manage and evaluate the performance of Google to Amazon. Another way would be through Amped Management Plan, which is brands saying, hey, my agency doesn't run Google to Amazon. I don't want to learn it. Can you just do it for me? In which case, yes, we can. And it's our Amped Management Plan. We create the campaigns, we optimize them, and we report on how they're performing. Trying to think more holistically. Yes, ACoS is important, but what's the quality of this traffic coming into the middle of the funnel? What's the customer acquisition strategy? What's our add to cart rate? All the important metrics. And we try to kind of walk brands through thinking through the holistic picture to understand the impact of the middle of the funnel strategy being deployed. There's a third option too. A lot of our brands use Amped through their agencies. So we have partnerships with lots of agencies. We have a whole training program called Amped University that agencies, if they want to partner with us, they go through, they get Amped certified, and then they can now go run Google to Amazon for brands. So if you have an agency, ask them if they're Amped certified. If they are, they're definitely qualified to run campaigns and manage them full time. Some agencies don't do Google to Amazon. Their bread and butter's Amazon ads, or their bread and butter's DSP or something else. Totally understand. If that's the situation, Amped Management can be a great option for you guys.
Okay, sounds good. And all the links are also in the video description below if you want to check Amped out. And also, if you have any other questions about Google advertising, you can leave them as comments, because we can then ask Amped team to come back and answer those. And also, on our Orange Click YouTube channel, we have previously recorded different very useful videos about how to advertise on Google when you're an Amazon seller. So go check those videos out as well. So thanks again, Tyler, for joining me. I hope there will be more awesome updates from Amazon's side and from your side that would help sellers to perform better with their products and brand. And I hope to see you soon again.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me today.
I hope you're excited to try the new customer loyalty analytics dashboard by Amazon. Write and leave us comments to tell us how you're using it and if it was useful for you. And if you want to drive traffic to your Amazon listing using Google advertising, check the Amped tool, which is linked below in the description. You can get a free demo, talk to the team of Amped, and see how they can help you. And if you have additional questions about the topic in this video, of course, use the comments section below. And now I would like to invite you to watch other video which will give you 8 tips how you can run Google advertising to your Amazon product listings.